Good evening, everybody. Dawn Reinhardt here, and I am a leader with a company named Pharmacy. And every Sunday, I do come on and try to help people and inspire them. We are going through a book. Sorry, give me a second. I'm inviting some people. It's, again, a book called ICU. It is written by an author, Julie Lee, and this book is absolutely amazing. It is all about how connections and compassion save lives. And it is very true. As human beings, we need to have compassion and connections in our lives, and you never, ever, ever know when you extend that to other human beings how you really could be saving their life. All right, so let me get started in this. And after the reading, again, I will put a link for the book. It is absolutely amazing, and it's one I read over and over. Okay, and this is what the book looks like. All right, Chapter 5, Giving and Receiving. There is generosity in giving, but gentleness in receiving. By Freya Stark. 4 years ago, my sister Amy was diagnosed with breast cancer. She also found out she was pregnant with her 6th child. That was a lot of news for her to take in at once. Everyone was shocked, and the situation seemed impossible. How would she have surgery and endure chemotherapy, all while having that infant in utero? How would she care for her other 5 children? How would she get through the radiation treatments with a newborn? Her family needed help. In baptism fire fashion, she and her husband Ryan became well acquainted with receiving. Ryan was overwhelmed with gratitude. He made sincere efforts to thank those who helped his family. After their son was safely born and Amy finished her cancer treatment, Ryan looked for ways to help others. It brought him joy to serve, especially after receiving so much service himself. However, this help was often refused by the same people who had helped his family. It was painful when they refused his help. When they turn me away, what are they saying about the help I've received? About all the times I have accepted their help, Ryan asked me. When those who support Ryan refused his help, he felt like he'd been taking from others instead of gracefully receiving. On the flip side, when he was able to serve someone who served his family, the experience filled him with increased gratitude and love. Gratitude for his ability to help, and love for the person he was helping. In her lecture, The Anatomy of Trust, Brené Brown says this about trusting relationships. I can fall apart, ask for help, and be in a struggle without being judged by you. And you can do the same with me. If you cannot ask for help and they cannot reciprocate, that is not a trusting relationship. Real trust doesn't exist unless help is reciprocal in non-judgment. When someone serves me but won't let me serve them, I feel uncomfortable asking them for help in the future. Consciously or not, it appears they see my vulnerability as a drawback. When someone offers us help, we consistently refuse their help because we can do it on our own and we don't want to bother them. We are inherently communicating that it is a sign of weakness to accept help. That one hit me deep again. A receiving relationship. There is nothing like receiving someone else's sacrifice in real time. Not long ago, Rob and I received difficult news in the form of a phone call. Word spread. A friend in my neighborhood showed up on my doorstep with a 12-pack of Diet Dr. Pepper. Talk about seeing me. She could have easily left it on the doorstep with or without a note. I would have appreciated it, but instead she rang the doorbell and told me, "I'm sorry you are sad, so I brought you a treat." She gave me the opportunity to look at her and say thank you. Thank you for seeing me today. We were friends before this, but we're even better friends after. Hi, Cheryl. Thank you for joining. I don't feel indebted to her. I don't feel that I owe her something, but I do feel gratitude that she saw me when I was hurting. Period. The love I felt from her encourages me to follow her example to see others, including her. If I take her cookies out of gratitude, so be it. It's not about paying back. It's about getting in each other's lives and saying, I see you. I see you over there, hurting, alone in your house. I see you are not alone. If we want to help others, we need to let others help us. Relationships where both parties give and receive provide opportunities for true connections. Anonymous giving. There are many good reasons to give anonymously. In the Bible, Jesus taught, but when you give to someone in need, don't let your left hand know what the right hand is doing. It feels most appropriate to give anonymously. We might be right. However, we might consider that the person receiving our gift could benefit from knowing who saw them that day. We care about them, and we are someone they can trust. Ryan, too, explained to me, as much as I appreciated the anonymous gifts left on our porch, it did mean so much to me when someone would look me in the eyes, shake my hand, and give to me openly. I was able to receive instead of just take by saying thank you to the giver. It created connections that strengthened our relationships. I know they love my family, and they know that I love them for it. Giving isn't about us. Giving is about making sure people know their lives are witnessed by us. Giving is about seeing each other. Having said that all, I still think we get points in heaven for all good intention giving. Giving at a healthy distance. When we don't know what someone needs because we don't know them well, it's a good idea to ask someone who does. A former classmate of mine was killed, leaving his wife with one small child and another one on the way. My heart ached for this new widow. She had also been a classmate, and although we didn't have a close relationship, I did want to do something for her. I put together a package and I wondered, how should I give it to her? Would she even want to visit her? So I reached out to her best friend. Turn 2 pages. For gratitude. Maybe I did again. I reached out to her best friend, who expressed gratitude for my sensitivity and suggested I leave it on the doorstep. While this young widow was grateful for the outpouring of love from her community, she was also emotionally exhausted from all the visits, sometimes from complete strangers who came to weep with her. I attached a card with my phone number to the package and then dropped it off on her doorstep. The gift had no strings attached. She had many close family and friends to lean on, but I wanted her to know that I was available if she needed me. It wasn't about me. It was about making sure she felt seen. While we strive to be sensitive in those situations, in my experience, most people forgive us when we get it wrong. When someone is hurting, we just need to show up somehow, even if we do it badly. We can't let the wounded wonder if they are all alone. The bottom line: to build a trustworthy connection with someone, we need to be willing to receive help. By giving and receiving, we illustrate that receiving is strength, not a weakness. We help others feel seen by thoughtfully giving. So that was chapter 5. And that went pretty fast, but it was a good chapter, I do believe that giving and receiving can be hard for many, right? Just as I know when I needed help, it was a very hard time for me, and I did feel alone quite a bit, honestly. But I had people that loved and cared for me that stepped up. And I am still to this day so grateful for the help I got. And I do believe that our connection has been greatened by that. You are very welcome, sweetie. I love coming on and sharing this. It really is an incredible book. And I think I have an idea for the next book that will replace this when we're done. We're not quite halfway through. We're getting there. We're getting there. And because the chapters are getting short, I might increase reading 2, but I enjoy the time to talk after. I do, because I don't want anybody to feel alone. And if anybody ever needs something, please reach out to me, because I do see people. I look deep. I love giving. I was so grateful to receive. And then I want to give back, because that does increase connections between us and our friends and family that we do that for, right? Thank you so much, Sandra. I appreciate it. I will upload this to YouTube. So anybody that has missed any of this ICU book series, I do have chapters 1 through 4 out there now. And I will put the 5th one out there as well. I will post a link to this beautiful book from Amazon for you if you would like to pick it up. It is a great book, and she is a beautiful author. Beautiful. And gosh, guys, that's it. I do want to thank you guys so much for joining me tonight on the book reading, and I am so sorry that I was late. Things kind of fell behind today while I was trying to get so much done. So thank you very much for hanging with me. All right. Now, as I always say, please, everyone stay happy, healthy, and safe until I see you guys again. Mwah. Good night.